Hello students, welcome to the class of teacher Meenal Pereira. In this video, we are going to study about hydrocarbons, which are the basic organic compounds. Okay, now let's first study what are hydrocarbons. So children, as the name says, hydro stands for hydrogen and carbon stands for carbon. So that means these are some things which contain carbon as well as hydrogen. Okay, so along with, the elements that has carbon and hydrogen as their main constituents are called as hydrocarbons, or carbon and hydrogen are their basic constituents. So these are called as hydrocarbons. Okay, so in most of the organic compounds we find the combination of carbon and hydrogen together. Okay, so together they are called as hydrocarbons. Now let's study how a hydrocarbon is formed. Okay, now you all know that the atomic number of carbon is 6. So its electronic configuration is, it has 2 electrons in the first orbit and 4 electrons in the second orbit. Okay, so it has 4 electrons. If 4 electrons are added to the second orbit of carbon, its octet becomes complete and its electronic configuration becomes stable like that of the nearest inert gas, neon. Okay, this we have studied last year, that to attain stability, some of the elements either they give electrons or some elements accept electron. Now carbon has 4. So to make an octet, it requires 4 more. Okay, so it can, if it gets 4 electrons, its octet will be completed. But, and you all know that the number of electrons that are exchanged is termed as valency. However, this occurs by sharing of electron rather than give and take of electron. Okay, so now it is not possible to give away all the 4 electrons, or it is not possible for carbon to take 4 more electrons. Okay, so therefore instead of complete transfer of electrons, these bonds are formed by sharing of electrons. In other words, a carbon atom can form 4 covalent bonds with other carbon atom or atoms of different elements. Okay, so since it has 4 electrons, it can take 4 more, and thus each will form one covalent bond. So it can form 4 covalent bond either with other carbon atoms or with other different elements. Then, when a carbon atom shares 1 electron each with 4 hydrogen atoms and 4 CH bonds are formed, a methane CH4 molecule is formed. Okay, so this is my normal carbon atom. And how many carbon there it can form? It can form 4 covalent bonds. Now you can see here that a carbon has formed 4 CH bond. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3 and this is 4, and thus a molecule of methane is formed. Okay, so this is the molecule of methane. In the center we have the carbon atom and we have the 4 hydrogen atoms that are attached with the help of a covalent bond. Okay, so this is called as structural formula and this is called as electron dot model. Okay, so this is one carbon atom, this is one hydrogen, and these are the represented, or the red color ones represent the electrons. So this is called as electron dot model of methane. Okay, so thus we have the first hydrocarbon, methane, which has 1 carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atoms. Now coming to the properties of covalent compound. Covalent compounds have low melting points and boiling points. Generally, they are soluble in water and soluble in organic solvents, and they are poor conductors of heat and electricity. So these are the properties that the covalent compound shows. Now we will study about saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. So these are the 2 types of hydrocarbons that we have. So let's study what is a saturated and what is unsaturated. Let's first see what is a saturated hydrocarbon. Now, just now we have studied that a carbon bond or a carbon forms 4 covalent bond by sharing electrons with other element. A carbon atom exhibits a characteristic property. It can form a chain of carbon atoms by forming covalent bond with other atoms. So this is also a unique property of carbon. Now whenever we have studied any compound, okay, or any formation of a molecule, usually those are different. But carbon can form a bond with another carbon atom. Okay. So here you can see this is one carbon atom, this is one carbon atom, and it has formed one bond. Here one carbon, another second carbon atom, third carbon atom, and a bond is formed between the carbon atom. So this is a very surprising or amazing property of carbon that is exhibited by it. The hydrocarbons having only single bond between carbon atoms are called as saturated hydrocarbons. Now these are the hydrocarbons which have only single bond. So this is one carbon atom, this is another carbon atom, and this is a single bond. Okay, for example, we have ethane. Ethane is C2H6, which is CH3 single bond CH3. So C, one carbon atom, H3 is first, second and third. There is a covalent bond, single bond. Then we have one more carbon atom and 1, 2 and 3 hydrogen. So this is a single bond. So this is a saturated hydrocarbon. Same like this we have propane, which is CH3, CH2, CH3. Now let's see what is this CH3. CH3 means one carbon atom and 1, 2, 3 hydrogen. Then a single bond. Then we have the second carbon atom C. Then it has two carbon hydrogen atoms 1 and 2. And then we have the third carbon atom with 1, 2 and 3 hydrogen. Okay, so everywhere you will see a formation of single bond. So such type of compounds are called as saturated hydrocarbon. Now children, you must be thinking that why there is no more hydrogen atom here. Okay, because what we have studied, maximum how many covalent bond a carbon can form? 4. Okay, so this carbon atom has one covalent bond, second covalent bond, third covalent bond and fourth covalent bond. So its quota is already over. So therefore it doesn't have one more hydrogen atom here. Okay, understood? Clear to everyone? Now we move to unsaturated hydrocarbon. Now what we studied for saturated, there is a single bond. Now unsaturated hydrocarbon contains multiple bonds between two carbon atoms. So this multiple bonds could be a double bond, as you can see in this, or it could be a triple bond between the carbon atoms. Okay, so hydrocarbons having at least one multiple bonds are called as unsaturated hydrocarbons. Now here you have to remember children that the double and the triple bonds are forming only between carbon and carbon atom, carbon and carbon. It is not forming between hydrogen, okay, because hydrogen has only one electron to share. So it is always going to form a single bond. So double and triple bond will form in case of carbon atom. Okay, so as you can see here, this is ethene. Okay, so it has one carbon atom, two second one, and it has two hydrogen atom. Now count the bond that this carbon atom has. It has 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so 4 for this, and this carbon has 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is ethane. Then similarly we have propene, which has one carbon atom. Okay, then the second one, then it has one more, then propene, 3 carbon atoms are there. So therefore it is arranged in this way. Okay, so it one single bond and it has one double bond. And then this is ethene, which is having a triple bond. Okay, so there is a triple bond present between these two carbon atoms. So now how many bonds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 for this carbon, and 1, 2, 3 and 4 for this carbon. So everywhere we will see that 4 covalent bonds are formed. Okay, so these both are called as unsaturated hydrocarbon. It can either have a double bond or a triple bond. Okay, so remember, saturated hydrocarbons has a single bond and unsaturated hydrocarbon have either double bond or triple bond. Okay. Now, see, this saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons are the basic compounds, or these are the parts. Like what I want to explain you here is, this is ethane, that is C2H6. Now what happens here is, if I remove this two hydrogen, then what will happen? This carbon atom will have only two hydrogen atom, and there one double bond will come. Two more hydrogen atom I am removing. Then what happens is, only one hydrogen atom is remaining. So it has a triple bond. Okay, so ethane to ethene to ethyl. So ethane is the basic. It has everything. I am taking some hydrogen atom from ethane. It will form ethene. Then I take two more hydrogen atoms. It is going to form ethyl. Same propane. This is the structure of propane. I will remove two hydrogen atoms from this propane. I will get one double bond. I remove few more. I am going to get a triple bond. Okay, so as I said, remember, a triple bond or a double bond is formed between only carbon atoms. Now further we study about carbon dioxide gas. The molecular formula of carbon dioxide is CO2. Its molecular mass is 44. Melting point is minus 56.6 degrees Celsius. Now we all know that carbon dioxide occurs in the air in the free state, and the percentage of it is 0.03. Then the exhaled air, that is the air we give out, contains about 4% of carbon dioxide, which is collected from the waste products of our body. It is also present as a salt in chalk and Shahabadi tiles, marbles, limestone, and it is also given out in the combustion of wood and fossil fuel. So when we burn wood or fossil fuel, carbon dioxide is given out. So very common gas. Now coming to properties of carbon dioxide, physical properties, odor, it doesn't have any odor or smell, no color. Then chemical properties is, the burning candle goes off. That means the gas does not support burning. With the universal indicator, it gives yellow color. When you put carbon dioxide in lime water, it turns milky. It is soluble in water, and with litmus paper, it turns red. So it is acidic in nature. Now few more chemical properties are there. When sodium carbonate is formed, when carbon dioxide is passed through an aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide. Aqueous means water. Okay, so sodium carbonate, which is washing soda, that is formed by a combination of sodium hydroxide, which is represented by NaOH, and carbon dioxide. It forms Na2CO3, which is sodium hydroxide plus water. Sodium bicarbonate, which is called as baking soda. It is also passed when CO2 is passed through an aqueous solution of sodium carbonate. So here I got sodium carbonate. I am taking that sodium carbonate solution, and again I am passing carbon dioxide through it. I am going to get sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda. Okay, so remember these two reactions very well. Then coming to the uses of carbon dioxide, as it is soluble in water, carbon dioxide is used to make aerated drinks. Okay, we use it in cold drink. Then solid carbon dioxide is used in cold storage because its freezing point is very low. Okay, so it is used as a dry ice in cold storage, and also it keeps milk and milk product in the frozen state. Okay, and it is used during transport. It is also used for getting special effects of a mist in dramas and movies. Very often you could have seen this mist and that is formed in dramas and movies, that is carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide is colorless, odorless, non-poisonous gas. So it does not cause any harm to us. Then carbon dioxide by chemical reaction kept under pressure is used in a fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher we will be studying in details. Here carbon dioxide is used because carbon dioxide does not support burning. Then liquefied carbon dioxide is also used to remove caffeine from coffee. So caffeine is an intoxicating substance. It has to be removed from coffee seeds because coffee is drunk by everybody. So it is done under pressure by using liquid carbon dioxide. Then liquid carbon dioxide is also used as solvent in modern eco-friendly dry cleaning. And you all know that it is used, plant use carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Okay, so I hope this is clear to everyone. Thank you very much.